what's going on, guys? We're back from a video on the first Descendant, and today, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the best build guide for Greg's Reverse Fate inside of the first Descendant. Now, there's going to be a few things that I'm going to show you guys here that are going to make this gun go from being very good to being very, very, very good. So let's go ahead and just get straight into it, not waste anyone's time, and let's talk about first the Descendants you should be using with this gun. Now, there's a few Descendants that I would recommend. The Descendants I would recommend would be in this order. It would be Glay as the main one you should be using, because it's just going to buff the gun's damage entirely and make the gun very, very good. Another option would be Valby. Valby's very good at getting crits and keeping consistent damage. Another option, honestly, a lot of people don't even know, is Sharon. I don't have a build guide for Sharon yet, and I haven't really invested too much into her, but she is very good at keeping damage up and very good at bossing. And the last character I would recommend would be Enzo, just simply because he's very good at keeping crits up and he's very good at buffing your teammates' damage. So let's go ahead and talk about the unique weapon of this gun, and it is called Shaping Destiny. On hitting an enemy, proc bombardment on the enemy's location with a set chance. Inflict burn on the enemy's hit by bombardment. So pretty much what this does is as you hit the target, you're going to have a set chance to proc bombardment, which is those little mortars that drop down on the ground. And when they get hit by this, they inflict burn on them. The burn is going to be very important here in a minute. Now, once this gun is fully maxed out, you get a trigger rate of 20% and a duration of the burn on 3%. Or sorry, 3 seconds. So that's very good. And this also leads to an additional 20% extra damage. Why this gun is so good, especially if the target is standing still, it's just going to rain havoc on them and burn them to death. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the substats you should be running on this gun. The firearm attack is one of your best options here. You should probably get this in gold. I do not have it in gold right now, unfortunately, but these are the best options for substats. It would be firearm attack, firearm critical hit damage, weak point damage, and bonus attack against Colossus. Those are the 4 substats that you want in gold if you can possibly get them. And yeah, that is going to cover the prerequisites to the gun. Let's go ahead and talk about the mods and why we're running each mod. So I have 2 builds for you here. I have a Glay build and an Everyone build. Now the Everyone build, which is named main in this situation, is going to be used on every Descendant other than Glay. So if you have a Valby, Enzo, Sharon, anything, this is what you should be using. Now if you're on Glay, you should only be using the Glay build, just simply because we'll talk about it in a minute. It's running a mod that takes advantage of her unlimited ammo. So the first mod we're going to be running with Everyone's build is going to be Have Aiming. This is going to increase our weak point damage by 40%. This is also going to give us a hit in our accuracy, but the bosses have such good weak points and really big weak points that it's very easy to hit them. The next mod we're running is Weak Point Damage. This is going to increase our weak point damage by 35%. The next mod we're running is Better Consecration. This is going to increase our critical hit damage by a significant amount, by 48.8%. This is just going to make us do more damage, and especially if you're using Descendants like Valby or Enzo, you're going to be spraying lots of crits and be doing a lot more damage. The next mod, this is unique to Everyone's build. Fire Conductor. When attacking an enemy, inflict it with burn, firearm attack plus 26%. So pretty much what this means is every time our enemy gets hit by bombardment, we're going to be doing 26% more damage. This is very good because you're able to sit there and just lay on a boss, and as soon as a bombardment hits, you're going to be doing 26% more damage, and it's a free 26%. The next mod we're running is Consecration Priority. This gives us more critical hit damage at a cost of reload time modifier. Now, this only really matters on everyone else, but on Glay, it doesn't really matter because you can use unlimited ammo, but this is the best in-slot mod for critical hit damage with this socket mod. The next mod we're going to be running is Better Insight. This increases our firearm critical hit rate by 37%. Now, the critical hit rate on this weapon is not too high. It's about almost 30%, but it's still good enough to where we need to invest some crit into it, because the more we're critting, the more better the gun's going to be. Now, these 2 mods are similar. Always going to be running these mods, Action Reaction and Rifling Reinforcement, just for that raw damage. So this next mod is kind of a flex mod. Electrical Enhancement is a very good mod, and the reason we're running Electric Enhancement over Fire Enhancement, Chill Enhancement, and all that is, for one, Chill Enhancement is very bad. It's only good against mobbing. And your other option is Fire Enhancement and Poison. Poison's not very good either. So the really only 2 options you have, it's Fire or Electric. Now, Fire could be good because you're catering into this mod, but the reason I run Electric is simply because I have this weapon right here, Enduring Legacy. Now, Enduring Legacy is my fire weapon. I use this for when I'm shooting a boss that is weak to fire. Now, The reason I'm running electric is for two reasons. I wanted to build Griggs to be my electric weapon, and not only that, electric actually strips defense off enemies. What this means is when I shoot an enemy with electric enhancement, it's going to lower their defense, in turn making us do more damage. So this is just going to give us a 30% increase on our firearm attack. And last but not least, the last one we're going to be running is fire rate up. This is going to increase our fire rate and make us shoot faster to increase our DPS. So that covers everyone's build, and let's go ahead and move on to Glaze build. Now, Glaze build is almost identical, but we're changing one mod. So we're running Have Aiming as we did before for more damage, Weak Point Sight for more damage, Better Consecration for more critical hit damage, Better Insight for more critical hit rate. Mental Focus is the mod that we're changing, and the reason for this is since Glaze has unlimited ammo, once this mod is fully ranked up, we can get to 150 stacks, which is 150% more attack damage. Once it's fully ranked up. I don't have this mod fully ranked up because the catalyst change hasn't happened, but simply this is just going to give you 150% more attack damage by having this mod once it's fully maxed. So this is the best in slot mod if you're running Glay, because you're able to take advantage of this mod because you have unlimited ammo. Now, if you're not using unlimited ammo, this mod is very mid and very bad. So that's why I did not recommend it on everyone else's. Moving on to the next mod, Consecration Priority for that firearm critical hit damage. Reload time modifier decrease. Doesn't matter, we're on Glaze, so we have no reload time. Action and reaction, same as before. Rifling reaction, these both just increase our raw damage. Electrical enhancement for the same reasons before, and fire rate up. This is going to increase our fire rate and make us shoot faster. Now, a few things that will make this weapon a little bit better is you need to make sure you have this weapon fully maxed out. And what I mean by that is if we go into the details right here and we look at our unique ability, you want to make sure you have 4 weapons procced into this, because if you don't, it's going to do less damage and it's going to proc way less. So it's going to be very, very mid. So make sure you have 4 of these procced in. They're very easy to grind. Let me go ahead and show you guys where you can farm these weapons. So let's go ahead and talk about what are the fastest and most efficient ways to farm these parts to farm 4 of them. Now, for your blueprint, we're going to talk about first. A lot of people would say, okay, let's just go do a gold one. It'd be a lot faster. And actually, you are getting punished for doing the gold one by a significant amount. If you do a purple one right here, 044, you have a 38% chance instead of a 10% chance. So if you are farming a blueprint and you need the blueprint, farm 044. That is going to be your best option to farm this part. Moving on to the nano tube. Now you have a few options here. You could do a 114 if you have a lot of the relic, 018 if you have a lot of the relic, and the best option would be 018, 051, or 114. My recommendation would be 051 because that is the fastest one to farm. Next part we're going to need, and that is going to be the polymer. This part is just going to be 045 is going to be your best option to farm this because it is a 38%, or if you have 008, that would be another great option too. And finally, but not least, 072 is a very good option to farm for this relic. Now, if you don't have a lot of 072s, you can go ahead and farm the 034s. There's a lot of options here, guys. 023 is another good option. 023 right here. These are very good options. Now, pretty much all you're going to do to farm these weapons efficiently is you're going to go through the access info and look for the fastest and most efficient ones to farm, the ones that take the less time and have the highest percent drop rate, and you will get it very, very quick. Griggs is one of the easiest weapons to fully max out when it comes to getting 4 of them. So yeah, be sure to stop by my YouTube channel tomorrow. I'm going to be posting a fully optimized Glay build once I fully rank her up and get her done. And this is going to show you the build I use to actually get that Devour kill with my Griggs. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to stop by and make sure to check that out. Without further ado, my name is Noxy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure if you guys are new to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and pushes my content out further so more people can get help on building things in the First Descendant.